Greetings everyone, and Great here with another H-Bars 3 replay. Spawn on south side as the green Sioux, we have Brickman. Spawn north side as the red Italians, we have Engooeer. Engooeer? Engooeer? Engooeer. I have no idea how to pronounce that. Too many vowels in a row. That sounded like a Age of Mythology voice line.
Salve.
Yeah, that sounds like Norse Age of Mythology audio lines.
Tibi Servio.
Am I crazy? I might be going crazy. Either way. Either way, we got a very fine coat being researched by the Italians. Which may be a little bit too early for that, honestly. It does only cost food. Let's see, no deck selected, no deck selected. When it comes to natives map, we got the House of Vaza, we can give you access to the Royal Arquebus and the Winged Hussar. Excuse me. And for the House of Yegala and the Lipkar Tatars and the Shock Rider. And also the very underutilized ability, equal balance of powers. I think this is a button that people don't go for all too often. I've seen people where they have like a massive float of one resource, but they are also very low on another resource. This can be very useful to equalize it. Italian player does have a shipment available, but nothing selected at the moment. But there's a TP. Yep, there's a TP right there. And we do have Mario Tennis. Are you serious? I know that. Excuse me. I know the explorer's named Mario, but seriously? Capitalism. Advanced politicians. Trio Torres ships 3 tavern wagons, allows you to establish taverns in your town, generate gold income for you. Actually, that gives you quite a bit of gold generation. That's a pretty good card for the Italians. And you probably can mix in your force with a bunch of outlaws for time frame. Utsvit is one bicycle wagon, cause Lombards to trickle XP while investments. Monta de Pita, Cines Financiers, Coin, Musketeers, Infantry Hit Points, Chevoniani, I have no idea pronouncing any of these names. Swords, so melee attack card. Broken Lance Company, which gives you some Papal Lancers and 1 Stratus. Croatian Company, 6 Cavets and 7 Shiva Zone. Lucan Financiers, Genoese Financiers, Steel Bolts, Musketeers, Falconets, Albanian Company, Millie's Arsenal, Royal Mint, Refrigeration, Florentine Financiers, Roman Tactics, improved pikemen, halberdiers, and passivers hit points, enables a damage boost when fighting in groups. So it looks like I got some sort of crossbow deck, the passivers crossbow deck. Papal Company is 18 Papal Guard and 3 Papal Bombards, jeez. And Robber Barons. And for the Sioux, he's going agent with the chief, the war chief sign for the chief. Econ Master, villagers, medicine wheels, improves the effectiveness of healers past community plaza, plus 35% weather collection rate. Winter counts, all units and buildings grant more experience when created, not bad. Healers, wait, it's also they can't build houses, so they get already inherently less experience. So we got healers, chest of coin, 7 bowmen, club warriors, axe riders, trading posts, new ways, great hunt, higher gunslingers, which are the outlaw units, so that's going to be very expensive population. Yeah, 40 population, but Sioux, they can handle that lack of population. Higher cowboys, upgrades your Comancheros to cowboys against a powerful charge attack. Villagers, Wakana rifles, cavalry combat, rifle riders, Earth bounty, adoption. You've been adopted. Burnt thigh support, Yankton support, 2 kettle support, higher owl hoots, Akincha, and Rifle Rider. So this Sioux deck is also very unique. It's outlaw, native outlaw deck with healers and the community plaza. Healers do provide are equal to villagers when working. So this shipment of 4 is basically a shipment of 4 villagers that can only work onto the community plaza. It was actually a little bit weak since Money Civilization get access to a 5 villager shipment. Though it does combine with medicine wheels to make them better, to say the least. So honestly, a 4 healer card is actually very weak in my opinion. The Aztecs can get 3 warrior priests in 1 card, which is and warrior priests are ×2 effectiveness onto the community plaza. That's effectively a 6 villager card. He's now going for the 3 Trading Post Travis, so just give him 3 Trading Post Travis. Pretty nice. I'll attach it to here, and perhaps to one of these. Maybe the Royal Archivist wouldn't be half bad, though the balance of power can be quite nice, as I mentioned beforehand. Oh, wait. Green's already got these natives. Oh, what? So Green's going heavy into natives? Native, outlaw, native deck. Okay. Not sure why he went for both of these trading posts. You can only really make usage of one, in my opinion. And the Italians tend to be very passive. They have a unit named the Passivere, of course. Nope, Red's Explorer. Go check out that bandit. There's a deserted pikeman here. The war chief is named Troll. Come on now, make it more native-like. Call him Green Troll, or Red Troll, or Fast Troll. Now let's bring in the... That's what's there. So far, looks like he has coin deposited on in from the food investment as well. We got the hired gunslingers, which could... The outlaw aspect can combo well with natives, since outlaws do consume large amount of population space. After all, these 2 cards here, this is... It actually doesn't say it consumes population, but that's probably like 40 population. That should be like 75 population right there. But he is bringing in the bowman. Why does it cost a weird amount? 563? What sort of upgrade he got? It didn't seem like he got an upgrade. Got a number of musketeers now trying to clear out this trade post. We do not get the gunslingers. Gunslingers do have a tri-shot charge attack. The range attack's actually pretty fast. They have a high attack speed for range attack as well. So they're a DPS unit, a musketeer of higher DPS. In comparison, they do have the same health. They both have melee resist. So these 10 gunslingers have really high DPS. Musketeers trying to gauge the gunslingers in melee. They have 12 versus 13, so they're relatively similar there. But they do have really good attack speed. Musketeers do have 23 damage at regular attack speed, while these guys have 15 times 2, so effectively 30 in comparison. This explorer will go down. They also do have that charge attack, which does have attack speed of 3, so I'm assuming it does take a bit longer to follow up with their actual primary attack. So it's effectively a 50% damage, increased damage for the first volley, roughly. Got some architects being deployed on out. Does have 1 shipment available. He knows he's fighting against gunslingers. So skirmishers wouldn't be half bad. Taverns usually have a gold income of like 0.6, which is actually not bad. And get this a shipment of 3. That's basically 2.4 gold per second for this shipment, which is actually equal to, say, the wood trickle of the Indians in that same age. Which the level 2 wood trickle does provide 2.35 wood per second, so this gold trickle is actually very good. A regular miner provides 0.6 per second, so that's equivalent. This is equivalent to 3 villagers, as well as having access to the tavern itself. Upgrading some passive ears. Are quite a bit of force here. The club warriors, gunslingers, bowmen. I'm not really. It's also weird that Sioux going for infantry compositions rather than cavalry compositions. So it's weird. Passive ear now deployed on the field. They are similar to crossbowmen. They have the same damage multipliers as all that. The steel bolt in research will put them up to regular skirmisher multipliers against heavy infantry of ×2. As those get a bit more extra range, so they become basically a skirmisher. Genoese financier now being brought on in. He is castle age. This Sioux still colonial age. Now going for the wise woman. Going for Great Hunt. Great Hunt is more effective if you go for it sooner rather than later, but does get a bit of rebate if you don't. Let's see, Club Wars are basically a pikeman. So the passive ears are good, so it's probably a good idea to go for the steel bolts research relatively soon. Shipment there. I do think passive steel bolts would be good sooner rather than later. He's building more passive ears. He's also stopped villager production. My apologies. He may go for the Lucan financiers, which is basically get him closer to like 2,500, just times this by 2.5 now, roughly get how much resources you get from it. So it's actually probably closer to 3,000. And now the Italian players going for more musketeers, going for veteran musketeers and falconets. I think we just got a big button there, now the aura benefits. He has not gotten for the higher cowboys, which are a light cavalry variant. Owl Hoots wouldn't be half bad right now if there's enough coin for it. And Owl Hoots for less than 400 coin, probably is pretty good. Going for adoption. Oh, balance of power. Which it does immediately get some shock riders queued up for the balance of power. It also leaves him high in gold to perhaps get the Owl Hoots in the next shipment. Adoption basically makes it so he gets a trickle of experience by building villagers. Current player right now has 33 villagers. Now the time player is going for Falconet. Now there are Shock Riders here. Shock Riders, I don't really see them all too often. You also have a good charge attack. And relatively normal Hussar attack, but even though they are veterans, so they're a little bit weaker than Hussars. They do have that shock attack, which could be good for some light infantry such as these passive ears. More steel bolts, very nice. Steel bolts have been shipped on in, so now his passive ears do ×2 damage versus heavy. And effectively give them skirmisher range as well.
On Taku.
More shock riders. They also got some winged hussars not being pulled them out. The villagers make a hit. The TP will provide them a bit of a buffer. More shock riders there. Hussars are being pulled out here. You know, I actually don't think I've ever seen somebody actually pull out the winged hussars. You rarely ever see people go for the various natives in most playstyles. But he's mixing the population efficiency with the population inefficiency of the... Yep, definitely go with the wild hoots in my opinion. Going for cavalry combat, which I suppose would affect all the various natives. There's the winged hussars. Red starting to push his way forward. Winged hussars do have a good AoE for their melee attack, as well as charge AoE attack, which does do siege damage as well. Got quite a bit of army right there. He's starting to lose some of his infrastructure. Then bowman's starting to make his advance. Shock riders charging the way forward. Got another musketeers with bayonets drawn. Here comes the winged hussars. They can get some good splash damage done. Splash damage is good against the infantry composition. The Italian army is getting hit from all sides. Musketeers are bayonets drawn. Looks like the shock riders are getting quite fetid. Falconet, one remains. Brain's starting to lose some of his infantry, almost all of it. This cavalry is slowly whittled down. Passiveers will have trouble with the heavy cav. Does take out the rest of that force there. Red's army is quite small now, but it is larger than the Sioux. Another round of winged hussars. And we've got some shock riders engaged in this falconet for free. Taking some damage there. And the AoE damage will do some significant work versus all these units. The falconet does get splashed down there. Shock riders getting some good hits. Now they're getting to... Yep, one is elite, one is a veteran. And the native cavalry is doing quite well. Now got a heroic shock rider. Both of the shock riders now fully heroic. Got now a round of rifle riders, which are anti-heavy cav. They are classified as both light and heavy cav. And the passiveers, of course, do less damage versus cavalry. So these winged hussars should be very effective with them. We've got another round of musketeers. And now we do have the Earth Bounty Research, which will give him a 2.5 gold trickle, which is an age 3 card. Also improves the state's gathering rate. More of the native cavalry and more of the other native cavalry. Passiveers are, of course, light infantry, so they will not receive bonus damage from the rifle riders. But mixing the two, the heavy cav with the light and heavy cav, it's not half bad. At this point in time, the Italian player may need to go for some pikemen. So they will actually get ripped apart by the rifle riders. I think he just threw some money in the Lombards. Lombards taking some hits there. He has 2 shipments available. Maybe going for, I don't know, something here. He could use light cavalry at this moment. The light cavalry should be very effective. It will do bonus damage to the rifle riders and to all the various shock riders and winged hussars. Let's look at that structure there. Cancel a shipment, whatever he was trying to bring on in. Now going for some musketeers. Basilica taking some fire. Bringing the Milanese arsenal, which probably won't be super useful at this moment. Going for another round of Passiveers. Passiveers are not will do bonus damage to the rifle riders since they are classified as light cavalry, but they won't be all that great against all the various heavy cav. Another pair of barracks on people on the field. The Lucian financiers will be very useful. He has everything being converted. And as long as you keep this 100% going, you can get quite a bit of returns. Passiveer is not getting hit by the various heavy cav. There's some musketeers with bayonets drawn. He decides just to keep away from the musketeers. The rifle riders can rip them apart. Basilica is taking quite a bit of damage. It is quite expensive. You can build 2 of them. It does have a decent amount of health for a church. Yeah, the Passiveer is doing some good bonus damage there. They do have standard light infantry bonus damage against the light cavalry. Another round of musketeers. There goes the Basilica. Bayonets have been drawn. Passiveers just needs to run towards the musketeers. And the winged hussars do have AoE damage, so they will do some extra bonus damage versus the musketeers, that's for sure. Chakras over there do get cleaned on up. The musketeers over here gets cleaned on up. Don't doubt 1 AoE against infantry. Yeah, these winged hussars are ripping apart the infantry. The AoE is just way too effective. We also got some Lookout Tatars, which are a light cavalry unit with really good attack speed. Passiveers will be good against them, but musketeers not push way forward. The Italian player has quite a bit of wood stored on up. The Sioux has quite a bit of resource stored up, going for the Jagiellonian Legacy, as well as more heavy cav. Does bring the militia. Oh, we've got 2 town centers for the Italians. This number's misleading for the Sioux, since he has natives, which take up no population space. He does have 44 villagers, so he has roughly a large amount of military that's not consuming population. More musketeers. Lombards have all resources converted, very good. This town center is not fully garrisoned, only 3 architects. Does have another shipment available. Need all the resources for these good shipments of natives. Maybe a good idea to go for the Trattoria. I don't know if there's any mercenaries or out. Actually, mercenary outlaws like cavalry, the cowboys, would be actually reasonable at this situation. Because right now, what he needs is light cavalry. Right now he's pretty low on all resources. The Lombards are out of food to convert. We got Balance of Power activated, and now the Sioux can age up. And it's aging up to the Warrior. Bringing shipment another Musketeers and deploying out more Musketeers. He needs to make sure they're being deployed out over here. Regroup a force. Militia not gauging on it. They may have 1 health, but they still have a gun. And 1 AoE strike from the... Oh, unless the AoE does not... Okay, there we go. Got AoE effect there. Ripping apart all that stuff. Musketeers now bayonets drawn. Takes up the war chief. You may want to evacuate this town center to get those villagers going, though they're actually not firing away. And actually, most of the heavy cav is almost down. Takes out that winged hussar. Okay, what's over here? Got more winged hussars push way forward. Bring in the Golden Liberty as well as the Tar Kilns. Does get this town center now garrisoned, which will improve its damage. Lombard is queued up with all resources once again. He has only 2 Lombards right now, so it'll take a bit of time to convert all these resources. Because an Irish brigadier is now being pulled on out from a tavern somewhere. Outpost there, going for... Oh, we got some torps here being pulled up by green. Oh, they're being pulled up by the Lombards. Irish Brigadiers do offer, I think, less multipliers but higher base damage, but they get ripped apart by the Winged Hussars. Yep, AoE melee. Or AoE. One AoE is very good. Yep. Right now, Red's been idle from quite a bit of this game. And yeah, he's not going anywhere anytime soon. And that's the problem. His opponent is advancing, now bringing some more Royal Arquebus, going for a Royal Guard Vaza and more natives. Going for the Lakota Tokala soldiers now. How many of those guys do you get? It does get 9, which is quite significant. They do have 46 damage, bonus damage versus infantry, less damage versus villagers. They also have 1,000 health, 1,100 health. So yeah, this game's just pretty much over to me. It does bring a group of the Cabots, which are like cavalry with bonus damage versus heavy cav. He does also get some Shikavon, which are a skirmisher with bonus damage versus light, bonus damage versus heavy. There's another balance of power, and they all getting annihilated. Actually, they're neither classified as heavy nor light. Yep, this game is pretty much over. I'm just gonna fast forward the rest of it. Red's just back of the game now. And there we go, Red's back to the game now. This is Engooeer saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.